What's going on, guys? Winner Kills here. Welcome to a brand new post-commentary duel video. Today we've got True-Draco versus, I think I'm still playing Sekka's Light in this build. Yeah, Sekka's Light, Mermail. So just obviously the 3 spells in the main with the Nightmares in the extra deck. I opened up double Sekka's Light, was able to put back, luckily, the controller that I hard drew. I think I'd honestly be just a lot better at this deck if I just had better draws. Like a lot of people have been helping me out on stream, and like the builds are getting better and better every night, and the build can only be so good, and then my luck just plays into to the factor where I just don't draw good, which is really unlucky. But we go ahead and get started here with the Gen X Undyne, which could send a couple candidates to the grave. Sometimes I'm still iffy on playing the Undyne engine. I'm just having a tough time right now figuring out what's better to play in the build. I know the Frog engine's good. I took that out for a while, and then I put it back in because I think the Frog engine is probably one of the best engines you can play in the deck besides the Mermail and Atlantean engine, obviously. But the Undyne engine does allow for really good link plays, could allow for synchro plays sometimes. The True-Draco engine is another thing as well with Mermails. And then there is the swap engine, the Undyne engine, the True-Draco engine, and I believe that's it for engines that I've been testing out. But so far, you know, I'm still undecided. I really can't say which one is better. I've been testing a lot of builds without Sekka's Light that have played just Moray, and then like Instant Fusion and Soul Charge to have a little bit more accessibility to other plays. There's also been, the Nimble engine's another engine I forgot about. But I don't know, and I've been playing with Aqua Spirit as well. But as you can see, we get the first turn board, which is the Mistar and the Glacia. Now, this is the thing about this build that I'm playing. It's definitely much better going second because your best first turn board usually ends up something like this because you can't get the most out of the Nightmare engine in the extra deck if you don't have, you know, if you're not going second, because you rely on those discard effects to activate like Cerberus or Phoenix to get those extra draws while they're co-linked. And then if you want to combo even harder into the Goblin engine to push for the OTK, you're going to need another monster to special summon to the field, something like Aqua Spirit or Teus or Megalo, just something you can get on the field. And then eventually you're just going to use that to link away with Link Spider to go into Goblin, and then you're going to need to discard again on top of that, which most optimally you'd want to be discarding Nimble Angler, which of course doesn't happen all the time. So there's a lot of variables that are something you need to take into account when going for that. So I don't know if I'm fully going to commit to the Nightmare stuff. Going to be doing more testing on stream tonight, and the day this video goes up, gets uploaded. But this is a pretty important turn coming up that I want to go ahead and be able to go over with you guys as we watch this video. Of course, he's going to be able to beat over the Mistar Boy with the Ignis. I do not get to add back, and then I have Gamma Seal for Ignis, so he doesn't get the search. Nothing on the Sekka's Light, and then I banish to put that goddamn controller back into the main deck. Now, the goal here is to OTK because I'm on a clock, because he has a Mono Iwato in hand, and next turn he's just going to summon it again, use Diagram, maybe use Disciples, and maybe flip up a Heritage. I think he might have True King's Return set as well, which is also going to make it a little more difficult, of course, to try an OTK as he has that Ignis Engrave. But we have Mooling Glacia on board right now, sitting at a whopping 2,800 attack. Fortunately for me, he was not able to remove that from my field, so I still am able to keep my battle phase. Now, I normal summon for turn the Swap Frog, and I send Ronin Totem, of course. And I believe I summon it again, and I discard what looks to be, I think it might have been Gund, and then I go ahead and send another Swap Frog. Now, like I said, I need to OTK if I want to have any chance of winning this game. So yeah, I did discard Dyne. Let's say I put both the Swap and the Ronin in attack position. Let's just use our imagination for a second. He goes and summons Ignis. which is okay. Now, I end up going for Totally Awesome for some reason, because I don't realize that maybe going for Mistar Boy is a bit of a better option. So let's say I make that Toad into Mistar Boy instead. Just send the frogs to the grave for a Mistar, and then I summon Teus by discarding Gund, and I think it's only fitting for me at this point to revive the Megalo. Another thing I could have done is, well, no, technically I would be out of Mistar Boy, so I couldn't use Gund to revive Dyne to revive Gund, etc., etc. So right now, if I make Mistar Boy, of course, Mistar's at 19. Gamma Seal gets boosted up a bit as well, because he'll be up at 2,700. Because, you know, Mistar Boy boosts all water monsters, which is just great. And Ignis would lose 400 attack and defense as well. But that would put Teus at, you know, 22. Mistar at 19. I'm pretty sure that put Mistar able to beat over Ignis. But then I have the Tribute for Megalo to have a chance at OT King as well. So let's say I tribute Teus, and then I attack over for 200, and then then Teus would trip. Oh, I don't have Teus on board, so that's not even an option. And then Mistar Boy would have to be able to attack over, and then I have to swing in for 29 and 33, which is not game, and it's not game either way. And of course, I could go into a rank 7 if I had made Mistar Boy. And gone into something like Red Eyes Flare, you think I'd burn him a bit? But if Amano Iwata hits the board, I don't have a way to Moulin him again. You know, I'm not playing lead to ditch that card out of his hand, which is why I still want, like, I have a slight hope to try lead. This is very situational, as you may understand and realize, but stand my face, get that swap frog on the board, because I know I'm not going to be able to use it. And of course, the Rocky Boy hits the field, rendering my Toad useless, as well as the Ash Blossom in my hand. And then he's pretty much free to do whatever the hell he wants, because, you know, making Rocky Boy was a good idea, especially for a deck like True-Draco. But I digress. I kind of had to watch this game over a couple times. I've actually commentated it over once already and deleted what I had said originally, because I thought I could OTK if I would, like, leave, swap, and attack, tribute Ronin to attack twice, and then use... I just still don't think there's any way I can make the OTK happen that turn. If someone in the comments could, like, confirm that I'm, like, not crazy, and I'm positive there's no way I could OTK'd, unless there's just some god tier way I could have OTK'd and I just completely missed it. I might have been able to make them a Star Boy and then summon Ronin again and boost him up by that extra 500, or by an extra 600 attack he would have had, but that doesn't make game, I don't think. You know, an extra 600 damage there does not make game, especially when he's only taking 33 and 29 to the face, plus an extra 200. That's 35 plus 29. That's 5,000. Yeah, that's definitely not game. But then he's able to put, you know, this Dynamite Knuckle on board, which is going to prove to be problematic for me as well. And then he's got Demise, because more draws are cool. And then Duality, which is also cool. But actually, I think he demised this turn. Wasn't able to use it because he did special summon. Okay, we did catch that. So... wasn't able to demise this turn because I believe he either special summoned or had used some other effect that couldn't allow him to, you know, add those extra cards, but it doesn't matter. The Ash Blossom I can Ash, then he just changed the Ash to Surge. And that's game one. Game one did not go so well. I did end up siding in Reboots and Called by the Grave to stop the hand traps, to hope, you know, even just the slightest to make my first turn a little bit easier to go through and not have to worry about hand traps. Because if he's going to try and Rocky Boy mine, I might try as well to Call by the Grave his. I don't think Call by the Grave is a card I might side anymore. I might just side none of it and just, you know, main cards like, or side cards like Anti-Spell and Imperial Order for this matchup, as well as Forbidden Chalice. because the side deck is something I've been working on a lot for this matchup, because I think this deck is still going to be pretty strong in the upcoming meta. As you can see, you know, we're playing the new list currently, as you could tell, you know, True-Draco still playing pretty well. I know we get Sky Strikers or Brandish Maidens on Friday, which would be the 25th or the 26th, whatever Friday ends up being. And that's going to be interesting to see how, you know, that comes into fruition. It's definitely going to be a good deck. That's I know for sure. I might have a deck profile for you guys of that for my friend's Adam's build. He will be picking up the deck himself. Rocky Boy, of course, shutting down the turn. Didn't open any red reboots, which is really unlucky. Again, siding into the Mermails here in game 2, because I do side out the Sekka Light because I would like to side in other things. Didn't opt to side in the whole monster side deck, and that brings up another point. I do want to side Zaphions as well at some point. I just don't know how good it would be, if it would just be better to side to go first, or side to go second with Forbidden Chalices, or go first with Anti-Spell and Imperial, and just try to make him lose outright with those floodgates, and then reboots on top of that to OTK, and then stop his first turn, and then OTK is when I go second. Teus is going to come down. I do ditch the Atlantean Dragoons, which of course is at 3. In this video, I'm proxying one. It's just a backwards card because my Dragoons hadn't come in yet. It's right there on the top, as you see. And speaking of Dragoons, my third actually just came in today. And then he's going to rivalry me. I could just keep the Prince, but I have another Call by the Grave in hand. It's just better off scooping at that point for me. And he has evenly matched as well, so I just scoop him up. There might have been some, you know, Hail Mary play I could have made, but I just the evenly matched would have definitely ruined me if I don't OTK, because I get rid of the Teus, Sendragoons, Adragoons, and Megalo, and then I don't even know what else I have in my hand, and at that point I definitely can't OTK because not enough damage on board. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Check out the Brandish Maiden featured archetype. It should be annotated here in the end of the video in just a moment. And yeah, it's always Winter Kill signing out. We'll see you in the next one.